Hello traders and welcome to this video on placing a trade with the Xstation platform with the XTB broker. Right, it's Tunapan here, founder of Master the Markets Illitrace Conference and the Traders Open Day. So what do we need to have before we place the trade? The first thing we need to know is our trade direction. Okay, for example, if I pull up the cable chart over here, you can see we can just choose cable over here, GBP USD, and once I do that, then it will populate the chart for us. Now we're looking, let's say we're looking at the daily time frame over here. And there you go. So that's what we have. So we have to decide first the trade direction, as I was saying before we place the trade. And let's say we are looking at a downtrend. Okay, so I'm going to take it on in terms of a shorting position. So if you're taking it to further going down, that means I'm looking at the probability of it further going down. I call that selling or shorting. If I am looking to buy it, that I'm thinking is going to go further up, then that would be called buying or going long. Okay, technical terms. Right. So that's to do with that. Now, let's say in this example, I'm looking to take it further short. So that's my trade direction. Okay. The second thing, what I then need to know is all my trade details. Okay, so that would be my entry. So after trade direction, I need to know my trade details. Okay, trade details. Now the trade details will be in a three-part fashion. So the first thing is to know your entry level. For example, if I enter on the close over here, that was 116.56. Okay, so I can do that as well. So 116.56. My sell price over here, and then the next part is my stop loss. Where is my stop loss? What's my stop loss going to be on this particular trade? Let's say if I want to put it just on the high of this bar, which is, let's say, going to be on the high, then I can just read that 119.32 is what we are looking at, right? So I'm just reading it off here, off the high over here. You see all the details are there. So once I hover around the bar, so I can see that it's 119.32. So let's say I add some pips of spread to it as well. So 119.37 in terms of stop loss. Finally, then I get my target level, and let's say my target level over here, I'm going to be placing it at 1 ATR, let's say. Now 1 ATR from here, I just had calculated it on my calculator. I'll just show it to you right now. So in this example, let's say we do 1 ATR, which is about 324 pips from the close. Then I am looking at 116.56. In fact, let's say 116.33. That's fine. I'll just take it at 11309. Okay, just for this example. We will take it at 11309. So there you go, traders. I've got all my trade details over here: entry, stop loss, and target. Okay. Now, finally, what we then need is our position size mechanism. Okay. How are we going to position size? How many units am I going to buy on this particular trade? In terms of foreign exchange, we usually call it lots. In terms of for stocks, we call it shares. Okay, so how many shares or how many lots am I going to buy on this particular position? So how do I do that? In terms of foreign exchange, I can go to this thing called the position size calculator. But before I do that, traders, the first thing I must know before I do that is the trade risk. So I subtract the entry minus the stop loss. So in this case, it would be 119.37 minus 116.56. Okay, so 119.37. So let me just bring this calculator here for you guys. Minus 116.56. So that would be a total of 281 pips of risk. Okay, so that's what my trade risk is. So trade risk is equal to 281 pips of risk. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So once I've got that, I go on to my position size calculator. Let's say my account size is 10,000. I want to risk only 1%, which is £100 over here. And then I put my stop loss, pips 281, and then I put my currency pair, which is GBP dollar, and I click on calculate. Then it will tell me the units I need to buy. In terms of lot size, that's about 0.041. I go back to my Xstation platform. Then what I then do, I'm ready now to get my ticket, open ticket over here. Then I punch in all these numbers into there. So my price that I do want to sell at 11656, and then volume, as you know, I've already got that from my position size calculator, 0.04 lots. So that's what I'm going to be clicking in here. I want to put my stop loss to ensure that I'm safe, which many traders, even after 8-9 years of trading, do not even know what's that about. I punch in this number, 11937. Okay, 11937. And then finally, take profit is 1.1369. Okay, is what I am looking at. So then you can then see I am looking at a total of it. You see the Xstation calculator, the one good thing about that is that it can calculate all the pips risk and how much you're going to lose. So that's about £96. That's nearly about 1% is what you're going to be doing. And at 11369, you're going to be a little bit more than 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio. Okay, so that's you've got all in now. So you've got your trade details in entry, stop loss, and target. You got your position size as well, 0.04, which you got calculated from your position size calculator, and you got your entry price here too. So you got all of it logged in, and once you have done all of that, then you're good to go. Then you can click on the order to sell, stop, whatever it is that it may be showing. Or if you're entering live, in this case you'll be entering live, so we click on the instant execution and we do all the things again on the stop loss and the take profit as well. Now this is on the foreign exchange, right? Now, if you want to do on the stocks, the same principles again. You need the trend direction, then you need your trend details, your entry, stop loss, target, and then position size. The only difference is that the position sizing calculation will be a bit different because now it's no longer pip size calculation, it's based on points. You can use the position size calculator, you can Google, you can use whichever one that you want and find out the entry price and your protective stop price, and then after that in this example I've used $15 and $10, and therefore then you can then see it's a $5 risk you're taking for that. At 1% of at 10,000 pounds, that'd be $100 you'll be risking, so you can buy 20 shares. So 20 shares times $5 risk per share will give you $100. Okay, this position size over here, this is not the amount that you take. This position size basically refers to the $15 that you're buying it at, and 20 shares altogether, $300 is what you are putting into it. Okay, that's what we are looking at there. That's pretty much that. The price that you total risk you're taking is $100 over here. How many shares you're going to buy? That's your position size. That'd be 20 shares. And then you go on to here on Xstation, you find that stock, and then you put it into the volume 20 shares. That's what you're looking at. So do understand all of that. Do reflect back on this video. And guess what? If you have any questions at all, you can always book in a session with one of our trader coaches here at Master the Markets, and you can ask us all that. Will help you understand all this and place a trade to either to short or either to go along. Okay, we're more than happy to help you on this journey to becoming a professional trader. And as we always say, till next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.